All right, are we ready? Okay. So when we have the plasma in our body, right, and we want to send it into the nephron because the nephron does like the spleen. I'm going to teach this right to you since you asked. You know how the spleen recycled things in our body that we can still use. The nephron in our kidneys is going to do the same thing. So we have plasma that's going to travel in through these afferent tubules because afferent means we're going toward. Remember from before. It's going to come up here. We have the glomerular corpuscle that has the glomerulus in the middle, which is kind of the little brain center of everything. And once the plasma enters the glomerulus, now it's called filtrate. I don't call it plasma anymore. It gets a new name. It becomes filtrate. The first place that the filtrate goes is the proximal convoluted tubule. You notice down on the other end we have a distal convoluted tubule. Proximal means closer to our point of origin, and our point of origin is the glomerulus. So proximal is going to be the one that's closer to distal distance, farther away. The proximal convoluted tubule is made out of cuboidal epithelium because our pressure here is higher, so we need that added strength to be able to handle that all of that filtrate coming into that tubule. Anytime that we're going to send nutrients back to the body, we're going to say they were reabsorbed. So reabsorbed means we're going to send it to the body. Now if we say that we're excreting or secreting, that means urine. We're sending it out, okay? So right here, the proximal convoluted tubule, 65% of what we're going to reabsorb is captured right here. We're going to reabsorb sodium, bicarbonate, glucose, and some water, okay? So after that process happens, it makes this turn and goes down here into this loop. This loop is called the loop of Henle. It has two different parts if you want to do like an imaginary division right here to kind of help yourself remember that. This is the descending loop, which kind of makes sense. We're coming down. The ascending loop because we're going up. The descending loop is water permeable. Remember what permeable means? What's it mean? Yeah, it's what can pass through it. So right here, this is water permeable. So right here, we can reabsorb some more water into the body because it's water permeable. When we start out with our filtrate, let's imagine that we have a cup of filtrate, and this is how much we have in this line up here. Well, now we're going to take out this much water. So now we have this much filtrate, but it still has all the stuff in it. It's got sodium, potassium, it's got all a bunch of stuff in it. So right here, it's considered more concentrated because we took water out. You know, like when we have cleaning products that you use that are concentrated, they've just taken the water out. So the instructions will say mix 1 part cleaning with 3 parts water because it's concentrated. It still has all the good stuff in it, but they've taken the water out. It's the same concept. So right here we've taken water out because this is where we're water permeable, so it's more concentrated, but it still has all the stuff in it. So when we make this turn of the loop of Henle into the ascending loop, we're not water permeable anymore. We're not going to lose water anymore. Now we're going to lose some more stuff that we can reabsorb. We're going to lose some more sodium, some more potassium, put it back in the body. All of this here, I forgot to mention, is simple squamous epithelium because the pressure is lower and it needs to be able to go through smoothly. When we have finished here, and we've just taken more stuff out. We didn't take any more water, okay? So if I come over here, I'm not taking any more water, but I'm going to take some of this stuff. Now it's less concentrated. Not because I removed water, but because I removed what? Yeah, the stuff, the sodium, the potassium, that kind of thing. So I still have the same amount, but there's less stuff floating around in it now. This is science according to me, okay? Stuff floating around in it. So from there, the filtrate travels up and it comes to the distal convoluted tubule. There's lots of cool stuff that happens here. I'm not sure what Dr. Cooper is going to focus on because there's various points where you lose more things that are reabsorbed into the body. Aldosterone, parathyroid hormone comes into effect here. And once we've reabsorbed that, we come into this collecting deck where ADH, you guys remember ADH from our hormones? The antidiuretic hormone comes into play, and eventually what you're left with is urine. We've taken all the stuff out of it that we can reuse, and we're going to take that urine and we're going to secrete it, which means it's going to waste. Yeah. So So if I'm reabsorbing, I'm sending it to the body. And if I'm secreting it or excreting it,